Hello and welcome to this edition of Better Life with Drew Jackson. And I'd like to take this opportunity to wish each and every one of you a blessed and wonderful Thanksgiving as we approach the holiday. In this part of the world, since around 1521 in southwestern United States, namely the Texas Panhandle, Thanksgiving has been celebrated. However, we know that long before then, in many cultures, many people have expressed the giving of thanks in various ways. Over 1,000 years ago, David, king of Israel, proclaimed, "Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endures forever." Thanksgiving for millions began by remembering the blessings and grace of God the Creator. Time was set aside specifically for this purpose, to show appreciation for his provision, his protection, and to recognize his sovereignty. So, what are some of the ways that we can express gratitude in spite of the challenges that we may be facing in our lives, in our country, and in the world? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we're going to get into that right now.
Better Life with Drew Jackson is a podcast that exposes some of the underlying life issues that can hinder progress and furnish insight into how we can all move forward in spite of challenges, enjoy and appreciate success at any level, and have more meaningful relationships. This is Better Life with Drew Jackson.
Someone once wisely said, if you're looking for something to be thankful for, draw a circle around yourself and start with the things in your life. Well, some of you may be thinking, I don't really have a lot to be thankful for. Not so fast. Let's draw that imaginary circle around our life and look at 5 areas that may help you to see that you actually do have quite a lot to be thankful for. Number 1, be thankful for what you already have. You know, in this time-space continuum that we call life, there are so many opportunities to be thankful. Being Westerners, we usually don't feel too thankful unless we have all the creature comforts of life and things are pretty much going the way that we want. However, in many simpler cultures, the focus is more on things like being alive, food, clothing and shelter, family, and protection during difficult and dangerous times. To me, these seem like very good places to start, and this doesn't necessarily mean that we shouldn't aspire to do more or be more or obtain more. There's a scripture that says, "For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain that we carry nothing out. And having food and clothing, let us therewith be content." It stands to reason that if we desire to attain better, if we have these basics, we should be grateful because it allows us the opportunity to move forward, progress, and grow into being better. Having these basics also affords us the chance to assist others who may not be as fortunate as ourselves. Number 2, look inside. It's been said that one of the most sought-after virtues in the world today is peace. We've sat at conference tables, met with marriage counselors and arbitrators, labored for riches in hopes that satisfaction would follow, and exhausted many other attempts to achieve it. But peace, though it manifests externally, is actually an internal virtue that God gives when we trust Him. In other words, it is an outward expression of what's happening inside of us. True thanksgiving can only be birthed out of having peace inside and resting in God's faithfulness. When we find ourselves feeling overwhelmed and frustrated, usually we'll also find a lack of gratitude. Arrogance, pride, and a bad attitude will only keep us angry at ourselves and the people who actually love us the most. So how can we develop a heart of peace? For the sake of time, let's look at 3 areas that may help. How about counting your blessings? It's so easy sometimes to overlook the little things that we're so blessed with because they seem so automatic, such as waking up each morning, being able to make reasonable and rational decisions for ourselves and for our families. Most of us have the ability to be mobile and have some creature comforts, and yet so many people remain discouraged and unthankful because their focus is either on what they don't have or coveting what someone else has. So be thankful and find peace in appreciating what you have, the people around you, and the God-given grace to move forward. Let's move on. Look around you. No matter how difficult your life may seem right now, always remember that there is always someone going through a tougher time. So learn to appreciate what you have as well as where you are on your journey to getting to the place that we call THERE. We are constantly learning things on that journey that will sustain us as we achieve our goals. So be consistent, be strong, and be thankful. And the last one is look up. As I stated earlier, we can always find someone worse off than ourselves, so it's reasonable to be thankful that things are as well with us as they are. I believe that there is something about thanking God in difficult times that builds our faith to go forward, and by going forward, we are strengthened in our trust and able to help others as they pass through the places where we have already come. I once heard a friend say that Thanksgiving is good, but Thanks-living is better. This is what he meant. It's wonderful and right to give thanks to God for his many blessings and to people when they do nice things for us, but it's better to live a life of blessing and helping others because it first demonstrates our gratitude and many times causes those upon whom we have bestowed love and compassion and mercy to be thankful as well. So remember in the season to give thanks and also to live a thankful life. Well, that's it for this episode, guys, and thank you so much for joining me today. And again, I truly wish you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Please like and share, and God bless. We'll see you next time.
To keep up with all things Drew, go to www.drewjackson.com or follow on Instagram @DrewJackson. Join us next time on Better Life with Drew Jackson.